Rhonda, don't press any buttons, please.
Is your cat gonna be pressing on them buttons with her opposable thumbs?
Oh my god.
What happened? She's like, I can be a gamer too. Look at me, mama.
My master. I must obey. I must end.
The middle route. There's a bomb on us.
Oh, she's on my lap right now, Rhonda. Oh, my cute baby.
Ruining the moment, Rhonda.
Hopes, nightmares, and the screams of legions upon legions of unborn illithids. The pain rips through you, obliterating all thought, all feeling. Your tadpole burns in your brain.
Hey, don't bite the mic!
Silence. For the first time in a long time, your thoughts are entirely your own.
Is the Emperor dying?
And then gravity.
What do you mean?
Ah.
The
You
hanging
saw that?
tentacles.
Gravity, then freeze frame. Come on. Soft landing, soft landing. Fall into the ocean. All the fishes can feast. Wow,
Rhonda.
it fucks up that one boat. Can't go for one of the big ones. I guess it did.
Oh, shit.
And then we died. Because SD took
I
so
swear if
many
that's
of
the
them.
ending.
That'd be funny, you just instantly died because you ate so many of those worms. That guy literally has a stick. This is so unfucking cool.
Oh my god.
3 people they animated for this one part. I'm so demotivated right now.
Yeah.
I don't like it's trying to get me happy about like these guys. I don't give a fuck about any of you.
Everything you did,
I don't even know who
everything
any of you are.
sacrificed. It was worth it. For this.
We saved 10 people off screen. Alright, it was a nice swim, Zesty. Hopefully you got all that blood off you.
Hopefully I can get squeaky clean.
Your face doesn't look fucked up anymore. Oh, Will, you stupid ass looking bit.
Loss of a mind is a terrible thing. But this time, I think I'll make an exception.
My powers, they're draining. Just like Mizora said they would. A small price to pay in the grand scheme of things.
It's over. It's truly over. Against all odds, we cured ourselves. Free from the parasite. Free from the prospect of ceramorphosis. I can hardly believe it. We will not become accursed illithids.
Yeah, I
Not to
cannot
cast any
take
slight
you
on
seriously.
you, of course. Your form rather suits you.
You hide like a
It
bitch
makes
the
little
last fight.
difference to me. I did what I had to secure my freedom. And in spite of your resistance to completing your evolution, you have proved a good ally.
Ooh.
I'm glad you think so. I did my best.
Skvar, you may have succeeded, but I have failed. Gith's son is dead, and Vlaakith has abandoned me. I will be hunted by her Inquisition to the ends of the world. I must leave. I have nothing more to gain by being here. You helped my people end the Grand Design. For this, I will remember you. But I will not forget what you have cost us. I will remember the fights we fought together. But my next fights will be without you.
What?
Damn.
Damn, get told off, Zesty. Hey, your face is normal.
Well, that's a pleasant sight. Here's hoping they stay in their own plane.
With the Githyanki gone, there's nothing left but the silence of the city. Smoldering, waiting to be rebuilt. But it seems that Gale's mind is elsewhere.
The crown. It's somewhere in the Chiontha. If I salvage the stones, I can reforge it. And once I have, I'll return it to Mistra. She'll cure me of my affliction. And I'll finally be free. And a more deserving one this time around. If this adventure has taught me anything, it's that there are things in this world far more valuable than power. Besides, growing quite fond of this merry band of ours, but I'd quite like to see what happens to it. I'm sure Mistra will summon me soon enough, but until then, I propose we celebrate our victory the mortal way, with a drink in our hands and reckless abandon in our hearts.
A nip, a dance, and a song. Don't mind if I do. I think we're due an evening's
Will looks so
reprieve.
goofy.
What's our leader
I
have
wonder
to say?
why. Man, this sunset.
Excellent. Let's see if the elf song's still standing. Their Golden Sands brew goes down real easy.
I will not be joining you. I fear my presence will be no more welcome in the streets of the city than it ever was.
We were never bosom friends, Illithid. But I owe you a debt. Be well.
I will miss you too.
Now that you no longer live in each other's minds, it's hard to tell if the mind flayer is being sincere, though perhaps no harder than it ever was.
Ooh. We get fucked up and we die. Who the fuck rang that bell?
It's over.
They
And it's
put all the
all
pile-up
because
bodies.
of you. You, who were destined to become a thrall.
It's we, alright? Get it right?
Thanks to you, there will be no Illithid Empire, no Death God's tyranny. You have earned your place amongst the
That
legends
Will?
of the Sword Coast.
That's his father.
You are the saviors of Baldur's Gate.
No, the...
Alright. So what's our
what's
reward
after this?
for all this?
What's after this? Well, hurry up and load.
6 months have passed since you defeated the Netherbrain. And since then, you have seen more of life than you ever thought possible. You are greeted as a savior, a champion, a hero. But sometimes you feel like something else entirely. An adventurer, a traveler, a survivor.
A freak.
You faced down the gods. You thwarted the grand design. Anything seems possible. But before you can write the next chapter of your story, you must end this one.
Oh no. You're gonna kill yourself.
Oh.
Purple.
Thou wert called here, some from above, some below. For with thine bond, together thou hast kept the wheel of fate spinning when it threatened to halt. Though thou wert drawn far apart in the months after the collapse of the Absolute, tonight, fate renews thy bond once more. Thou shouldst take care to preserve it. It is a great weapon, wielded in the hand of good. Go. Know one another once more.
Oh.
It's good to meet again.
New days,
Where's Shadowheart?
old friends. There's no greater joy.
We're gonna hang out with the
There you
ghost
are.
version of
I was
Blazel.
hoping you'd make
The
your way
gang
over.
really is.
Yeah, where is she? Where the fuck? There's Shadowheart.
Starting to wonder if you'd show up. Honestly, so have I. Oh, come here, will you? It's been forever.
You guys gonna kiss? Every lesbian's dream. Oh, you just get a hug. Lol.
No!
Friend zone!
You feel a little more substantial than before. Less camping and scrounging off the land, I take it. I suppose I do, don't I? I'm glad you seem well. Truly. I had no doubt, but I'm glad to hear you say it all the same. Wandering, mostly. The adventuring life is almost a tonic when you're not constantly threatened by brain monsters and cultists. I can finally see the world beyond the cloister. One of my first stops was the House of the Moon in Waterdeep. It's the largest temple of Selûne in existence. It seemed like the perfect spot to reflect on my parents, on where they came from. And where I came from too, I suppose. Hard to imagine, isn't it? Me, of all people, in the lair of the Moon Witch herself. Gods, your truest act of heroism was putting up with all that char and drivel I was spouting for so... Oh, I know they are. I can still sense them, I think. I don't know. Which is just the way I like it just now. Perhaps I'll just stick a pin in a map and see what I find, or head to the docks in the morning and scrounge a berth to find somewhere new. I'd like to see the islands, maybe, or head south to Arm. I heard that... Don't be a stranger.
Oh man, this you never gotta fuck.
Damn it.
I've missed wine. Had to resort to making my own... Oh, twist my arm and break it, why don't you?
She gave you those eyes though. She gave you them eyes.
Yeah, exactly.
She's fucking teasing you, bro. Why does her crown remind me of Azula from Avatar?
Oh my god, you're
That
so
hit the
right.
spot. You might be onto something there, though the name might need work. Somehow it sounds rude, even though I know otherwise. Don't be a stranger.
Dang it, I can't romance her.
Lol. You've been friend zoned, sister. How's it feel?
You know, I never really imagined Withers as much of a party thrower. But then again, I suppose our camps weren't taking care of themselves while we were out gallivanting. Indeed. Healing can only do so much. We'd likely be dead somewhere out in the wilderness. Oh no, that's all part of the fun. You know me. Don't be a stranger.
Well now, you can make yourself present. Oh, forgive me. I am simply excitable. It is good to be out under an open sky once more. My first, since the reconstruction began. We left quite a mess behind. But the city begins to look something like itself once more. Same twisting alleys for purse pickers. Same wooden buildings ready to get burnt by next year's dragon. Same cisterns overflowing. The upper city has been almost entirely rebuilt. That's where the gold is. Even the builder's scaffolds are cleared from the streets. Baldurians simply get... Harpers have come from half the world over to lend aid. Farmers, masons, healers. My own son, Jord, has been wooed to their ranks. Already he plans crop cycles in Worm's Crossing. Not so for my daughter. Ryan's rejoined the Flaming Fist. Temporarily, you understand. Though she spends more time locking up comrades for pocketing aid funds. They might learn a thing or two, if they don't expel her. Again. There is still much to do. People to house. A Harper network to rebuild. I may have little love for this city, but so long as my family chooses to serve it, I can do no less. The songs of my suffering will break hearts from here to the Hordlands, I am sure. Now, before this night grows any deeper, I must inspect the refreshments. You'll never know. Some ne'er-do-well might have tampered with the wine.
That fucking Will.
Is that actually?
Gods, I must look a mess.
Thank God.
Oh,
You changed your outfit.
Well, I didn't mean that. I just gutted the ogre, not... How about I change the subject before I dig this hole any deeper? It's so good to see you. And I've got so much to tell. The trolls I've torn open. I don't suppose you'd indulge me. You'll have to choose one tale and one tale only. You want to hear about the Stegosaurus that bullied Candle Keep, the Impossible Lich, or the young dragon who crawled out of Deeping Cave.
Ooh.
Caves.
It did, though the adventure had peaceful beginnings, as so many often do. I'd made camp south of Daggerford. The night was calm, lit by the green lanterns of a caravan. I was about to dig into a hearty stew when it began. A deluge of bone. It was as if 1,000 skeletons were walking the skies and had split into pieces. Skulls, knuckles, ribs rained down on me. I turned my skin to bark and made for the light. The bones clumped and clattered into unspeakable aberrations. I cast and carved until I reached the light. I found no caravan, but a sickly green lich. Each fallen bone was a shard of its essence, an impossibility. But what does a world of netherbrains and magic crowns care about the impossible? I raged through the night. By morning, the fields were buried in shards of bone, the liches included.
You're such a fucking liar.
I've missed you too. The rush of battles we fought, the heart-to-hearts, the nights around the fire, the comfort of knowing I didn't face the unknown alone. If I had to do it all over again, and I'd rather not, to be clear, I can't imagine not having you at my side. I wish you'd been there to join in. Oh, to battle together, just like the old days. I suppose that's my way of saying I miss you. Tonight, I toast not just the people we've become, but the people we were. Warriors, winners, saviors.
A person without fashion.
I won't lie. Losing the eldritch blasts and the hexes took some getting used to. Nothing but void, where once there was hellfire. So, I stoked new fires in myself using the lessons my father once taught me. Now, the Blade of Frontiers is a ranger. A true hunter of monsters. A warden in more than just name. I've seen him more than a few times, and he's as proud of me as I am of him. He's leading the city's renewal, opened the gates to all newcomers, rebuilt the council from scratch. And he's back in his element, commanding the Flaming Fist with brave heart and no shortage of empathy. The likes of Gortash can bend people's minds with a few chosen words. No tadpole needed. Bane's Chosen primed the Fist for a war they weren't meant to win. He convinced them there was an assassin hiding in every shadow, that cruelty was the correct answer to crisis. With a few exceptions, fathers pardoned every last fist. If my forgiveness not be Tyr's will, so be it. I shall forgive them all the same. His words, not mine. He still believes in the bow and the blade, but he's teaching the fist a new lesson. Valor
Oh,
is
so
found not in
sleepy.
the wounds you inflict. May they all take it to heart. She's kept herself hidden, the wily arsehole that she is. But turns out, there's a way up. I'm in contact with a diabolist out in Kalimshan, an expert on devils and their infernal tricks. If my patron could use it to track me, we might be able to track her. Or we meet in a 10-day. If the diabolist's right, the eye could lead me right to Mazora. It's past time her old pet gets to sink in his fangs. Go on, the night's young. You shouldn't waste a moment of it. Or waste a single drop of wine for that matter. I plan on downing...
You know how bad I wanted to see your Shadowheart in the distance just continue walking into the water?
Seems like a century ago.
Well, my first and oldest friend. The last 6 months have been kind to you. A soul after my own heart. Oh, Assuming you have any soul left, of course. But I am glad to see you're living life to the fullest. We deserve nothing less, you and I. Of course, I've tried to taste everything this world has to offer. It has been a joy. I've been rediscovering what it means to be alive. More or less. Cazador's mansion has become my palace, and played host to every kind of banquet and soiree and masquerade imaginable. And of course, has seen its fair share of hedonism, clandestine deals, and the occasional disappearance. Whatever it takes to build up my influence over those who matter. I'm spinning my web. Power grows slowly, but I have nothing but time now. Rather wonderfully, actually. I've been making all sorts of new friends. They're the kind of friends that would see me burn the first chance they get. But that's all in the nature of the game, isn't it? But the important thing is I am doing wonderfully. Finally having a life that's worth living. And who knows what's next? There's an entire world out there, ready for the taking. Perhaps the next time we meet, we'll have grander conquests to toast. I did miss you, you know. There is a sense of loneliness that comes with power. We did share a wonderful adventure, you and I. A pity to see it end in some ways. But we have great new lives stretching out before us, and great new adventures to go on. I will never forget the time we spent together, though. And I know you'll never forget me.
Ooh, saucy.
Until next time, darling.
Do you guys fuck? Were you never able to achieve it?
No, Will could already talk to Will. Who are we missing?
Lisa and Gil.
Gil.
Well, well. Look what the Professor Gale Decarius of Blackstaff Academy. Educator of the esteemed School of Illusion. Pleasure to remake your acquaintance.
Could you not come with a fucking longer name? Abbreviate that shit.
Abbreviate.
Dude, he looked like he was sniffing your fucking coat.
That was quite lovely.
I know.
I'm glad
He's
you're
like,
as pleased to see me as I am you. I have to say, I'm quite grateful to just be Gale for the evening. I fear my students find me somewhat intimidating due to my, explosive former reputation. Seem to put the fear of the gods into them. Or the fear of Mystra, to be more specific. I surrendered the crown of Carsus to her, as I told you I would. And in return, she cured me of the orb at last. Even now, I struggle to put the feelings into words. It was like exhaling for the first time after holding my breath for so very long. Of course, I haven't clarified with my students that the orb is no longer a threat. The legend of my explosive capabilities is an excellent means of controlling a classroom. Too good, if anything. But I spend most of my time trying to convince them how much fun the study of magic can be. But it'd be easier to crack a smile on an intellect devourer than some of my pupils. Still, I hoped my students might be a little more open to the playful side of such magic. Oh, they try their best, of course, and they can manage to stay awake. And what of you? What are you making of this newfound lease of life we earned? From you, I'd expect nothing less. I've told my students plenty of tales about our escapades. You're something of a hero to them, you know? I'll be delighted to introduce you to my current cohort as a guest lecturer, perhaps. I'm sure they'd have plenty of questions for you. Excellent. I knew you wouldn't be able to resist the allure of sharing your expertise.
Why didn't you go for the druid one?
Of course, you'll be most welcome to stay with
Well,
me.
I didn't even read the Drew one.
You absolute
Give us
mongoloid.
plenty of time to catch up on your adventures. I'm very curious to know what you've been up to these past months. But I suspect the telling of that tale would keep you tied to me all evening.
You're blasted drunk with
In the
unused
spirit of
assets.
selflessness, I encourage you to mix and mingle for now.
I should take a tour. Just to see what the restaurant...
For 2 months I trained the Knights of the Comet. For 2 more I skewered Kithraki bellies. And for 2 more yet, I traveled through Limbo. I never imagined we'd be standing toe-to-toe on this day, in this place. Nothing but allies, I always told myself. A necessary partnership. But in spite of every strained word, every barbed glance, seeing you brings me even more pleasure than taking a Royal Inquisitor's head. It's nice to hear it. It's taken a dozen Gish's talents, a few stolen psi crystals, and 2 10 days of effort to conjure my projection. Worth it, I'd say. I miss this place. This... Fey Run. Shractalor. I wouldn't expect you to. The capital city of the Githzerai. An exiled people, once kin with mine, until the madness of civil war ripped our one sky into 2. Our Gish sent word of the rebellion to their god king Zareth Minyaragith through the cosmos. He's agreed to parley. It's fallen to me to secure an alliance.
We understood all that and don't have no idea what's going on.
Exactly the reaction I expected. My blade is keen as ever. But it was you who showed me that a proper victory doesn't always require a razor-sharp edge. Sometimes, a sincere plea is more persuasive than a dagger against the neck.
Or a giant rock.
Minyaragith is an ascetic. He reached out in good faith. This is his way. And if he refuses, I carry on. I am the Comet. I will not rest until I burn Vlaakith's bones to ash and smash her phylactery to pieces. My people will be free. But you've heard that refrain before. Zealous, bossy, insistent. All part and parcel of my undeniable charm.
Damn.
Soon, when the comet has risen, when the Lich Queen has crumbled to dust, I miss this place. More to the point, I miss you.
Ooh.
I wouldn't even deny it with Vlaakith's vorpal blade at my neck. Though, I'd rather it not come to that. Now go, mingle a bit. That's the word, right? Mingle. I'll be back one day. The Overgod himself couldn't keep me away.
Oh, she definitely has the hot for you. Well, you're gonna fuck at like 2 years from now, Zesty. How's it feel?
Nice. Wait, do I have to talk to anyone else? Who else am I missing? Who the fuck is that?
I'm surprised Halson's not here. Steal the cups. Where?
Who else am I missing?
How come Halson's not here? I'll be back to talking to her.
New days, old.
My, you'll make the others jealous if you spend much more time with me. Always. That, don't be...
Okay, where?
Perhaps I should stretch
What's
my
next?
wings again. Who knows what people are gossiping about?
What happened to all my shit?
Oh, we can speak to Wither.
Oh, where is the...
Just stealing all this shit right now.
What shit?
In the back. Looks of universal resistance. Well, I stole all I can.
I will never get tired of singing that phrase.
Oh, hello. Let me guess, you've got some suggestions about the music choice. You have no idea who I am, do you?
Hold on.
Withers might have set the stage a little.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
they can't all be winners.
Milieu.
Where are you, Duck?
Though if the lack of song prayers is anything to go by, that name carries less weight than it used to.
Talking to the bard.
Look at my drip.
Apologies. I think I got a mote. Carried away there. You're hardly to blame. You just want to change up the music, I wager.
Alright, sweet.
Beautiful.
You know? You're bloody right. It is an honor. Finally. The scribe picks an adventurer of substance, of culture. What can
Oh
I
my
do
God.
you for? fantastical news. Carry on, I shall.
We're friends.
Greetings, O cultured adventurer. What can I do you for?
Your wish is my... etc. What song do you want?
Dude, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm talking.
Fantastic idea. It'll suit the whole affair perfectly.
I'm putting the love music on so you can fuck someone.
That's not gonna happen.
Not at all?
Sadly not.
Withers has a keen eye for a nice vintage.
Sorry, I just take
I
all
don't
those.
think you can,
What
honestly.
the fuck are you wearing? Oh, no, you're not getting away with so easily.
There's more, hold on. It keeps staying the same colors though. Hold on, let me see if I can.
Let's have a look.
What the fuck is all this?
I will never get tired of seeing that face.
Pens.
Seems like a century ago that we were all together, but also like no times past at all. Nice to return to familiar environs. Maybe I don't need to.
Revelry and community on the eve of revolution. Magnificent.
There we go. I'm into my Hanzo cosplay.
Nice. Alright, let's go to the Withers.
I stole all the guest invitations.
Oh my god.
I stole all the shit that was over there in his house. Mr. Withers?
Yes.
You're a bitch.
What indeed? Prick up thy ears and listen.
Are you sure you're done partying? Do I click yes?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, alright.
The balance of the world restored. The balance of these lives, mortal and otherwise, brought to account. Hear me, thou heroes, wastrels, friends. I have waited long to tell you these words.
You're all bitches.
It is over. For now. Thou played thy part in weaving the fabric of fate itself, but for every thread you sewed, so did the gods unravel another. Sleep, rest, revel, but be ready. For thou mayst yet be needed. Until we meet again, I wish thee every possible fortune, health, wealth, love, and above all, problems worth solving.
Do brains without worms.
To you.
To the saltiest woman in existence! Hip hip hooray.
Oh my
Heroes of
god, I
Gun Run.
finished the game!
I'm just gonna go back.
There thou art, the dead three.
Wait,
Thy
what?
faces gods, thy actions barely worthy of the name. Didst truly believe thy ploy would succeed? Didst believe I would not
Is there gonna be like a
notice?
DLC or some shit?
Thou
Like a
soughtst to
DLC?
bolster thy strength by
No.
taking away the souls of mortals. But souls vanish when their hosts become mind flayers. Didst think the other gods would not notice? Gods thou may be, yet thou hast proven thyself fools. Everyone. The supplication of Bane, the whimper of Baal, the death mule of Merkel. Felled by mortals, I overestimated thee. They did not. Vermin, away. Thou wilt trouble us no more.
He basically said, "Bitches be going." Just so you know, there's no plans for DLC.
No.
Nope. So don't even think about it. That's what the mods are for. Oh, they kicked me out. What's happening with you?
Oh, got me back to the game. Hold on, what if I put continue?